Hello guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to another video, and starting this one with a hard clue score. This is Twisted Bow Rebuild episode number 14, and a pretty nice clue there, 243k. And a Saradomin hard body, always something you like to see. A bit more prayer training, got myself at level 88, probably going to go all the way to 90 I think. Just think those 5 extra levels probably will make quite a bit of a difference in PVM. And another hard clue, and an Amulet of Glory team. Now, a bit of content that I haven't done very often on the account, a bit of Bandos God Wars. So, there's a few reasons for this. A, you can't use a Twisted Bow on Bandos, so you can, but it's terrible. And Bandos in general is very, very packed and difficult to find a world for if you're going to solo it. So, yeah, big problem for Iron Men. Not as much of a problem for teams as I'm doing it here. But still, just kind of put me off doing it in general, because even if you just want to do it in a duo, there's still a good chance of getting crashed by a max team of 3. And yeah, you can just basically blowpipe and rune darts in a team, and it pretty much just does the job perfectly in both a duo and a trio. And you can get yourself some Bandos Tacits on a 15 KC if you like. I seem to have that luck everywhere at God Wars actually. I seem to be getting early kind of really big items and then possibly going dry on other items, although perhaps not the case at Zami. It took a while for that spear, but yeah, certainly the case at Saradomin and Bandos God Wars. But yeah, it was a very profitable session in the end. Yes, the Tacit's 27 mil. There were 3 of us, of course, so this was always going to be split. We did stay there for quite a while, I think 2.5 hours, and the limits are kind of endless, to be honest. As long as you keep getting restore drops and you get food drops, there's no danger of the tank running out of food or supplies. And yeah, I guess that's kind of why it's so packed, because you can literally enter and don't have to leave for a few hours unless you get terrible RNG on the drops. But yes, 9.5 mil each for that Bandos trip, very profitable, and a great start on the account to Grador. More hard clues to show you. I've got myself a Rune Kite Shield G in a Zami page. Spory KC 123. And Azels. Another God item. And another Abyssal Whip. Probably see quite a few of these for the rest of the series, as it's one of my main sort of AFK activities. Had a Hydra task from the last episode that I needed to finish. So I'll just show you the typical loot from one trip, just to show you again how profitable this boss is, although it can take a while to get the tasks and you have to use Konar, but it's definitely worth it when you do get the tasks. This was the last kill. That was a very long task, that was like 180, so it did take me I think about a week to finish it. I couldn't really do like more than 50 a day or so, it just kind of felt a bit too long and too grindy. But yeah, approximately 21 million from that second task. Try back to Kraken 7463 KC, Kraken Tentacle, still after that pet of course. And another jar of dirt that just kind of, a part of me just sinks a little bit when I see that drop, although it is 3 times as common as the pet, you've got to remember. If you've watched some of my recent videos, you'll see I did Isleworth Warriors kill count, and yeah, got a couple of enhanced crystal teleport seeds that sold for 5.2 million total. And some Brimmy keys from that Hydra task, rune plate legs, uncut diamonds, and 3 magic seeds. Another Trident of the Seas Fall, always a nice drop to get, just pays for the runes for the task. But yeah, just give me the pet. And another Kraken Tentacle coming in. And another Trident of the Seas Fall, so yeah, some decent Kraken RNG this episode. A very long Demonic Gorilla trip came to an end here. Just going to show you the typical loot if you don't get a Zenite from these. And it's still pretty good, I can confirm to you. Some of the seed drops are worth a lot, and then the basic cash you get from the alkaballs and then other drops are very good as well. So yeah, don't always worry if you don't get that precious orange gem, you're still going to make some profit anyway. Another Skotizo kill down, still hunting this pet and all the tertiary drops to it. No, not this time unfortunately. And that was kill count number 42, and got some grimy snapdragons. Always get a hard clue from Skotizo, turn that one into a master, and 373k. And another master from the next hard clue. Before that, quick Aspori KC 124. And more Iazels. Back to Saradomin God Wars, still missing that Armadale crossbow, and I got a second hilt though in the last episode, but just another Sara sword. And a Saradomin's Light, always a bit of a painful drop to see, but it is a drop from a God Wars boss, and you can go very dry on uniques on any boss, so you've got to appreciate them when they come. That's kind of what I've learned to do, although I would prefer this ACB to come here sooner rather than later. But yeah, back-to-back Saradomin Lights, alright, that does hurt a bit. I take back what I just said. No, you don't want back-to-back Sara Lights. Could have been 2 hills, let's just say. And then my partner gets a Sara sword from 8 minions, so I'd say that's the wrong way to use the 1 in 5k. Decent trip in total, 3 uniques from there, got Sara Light and Sara sword plus some magic seeds. And yeah, healthy profit in the end, along with a couple of clues. Okay, next, Master Clue Scroll. And got ourselves a Greater Demon Mask. I think that is a placeholder, unfortunately. And a Bucket Helm from next hard clue. Got a few more Skotizo kills to show you. So the pet drop rate here is 1 in 65, so it's kind of one of those pets that you do see quite a few 1kc pets, although this is definitely not the case for me so far. You can also get the Dark Claw, which can be added to the Slayer Helm, although I'm not sure I'm going to waste the points on it. I just kind of want to get it just to get the drop. But yeah, a shield left half instead. That's not good. And KC 45 for some blood runes, and we did manage to pull the Dark Claw on that one at last. I think that's a 1 in 20 drop rate, so went almost 2 times over the drop rate for that, but we'll take it. Master Clue number 90 and 465k, pretty average. And that's Hard Clue 851. Another Master. And 252k. Bought myself a Kodai wand, something I've never had in the game before. And one of the main uses would be to barrage at God Wars minions. You get the 15% extra damage and also a chance to save runes. And would you look at that, we haven't seen just one minion drop, we just saw a Zami Spear from a Zami minion. That's a 1 in 5k drop as well. And the next hard clue, another Saradomin High Body. Add a Spory for some Atasses. Next hard clue, more unique Zami Plate Body. And a just quick fletching level coming here, do a bit of this occasionally, level 85. And another agility level as well, just I don't do this too often as you can probably tell, but 78, slowly working towards the last elite diary requirement. And a bit more, getting 85 craft, and just saw a few levels that were kind of close to getting the level, so I thought might as well spend an hour or a couple of hours just finishing those off and adding to the total level over time. Crafting's pretty fast in general as well, and quite cheap I think with D-hide bodies. A little bit more prayer training just towards the end of this episode, and level 89, so 1 level to go until we hit our target of 90. And another Zami kill out of the way. And another Steam Battlestar, yeah, quite the collection we've got of those. And a Godsword Shard 3 from the boss. And another Steam Battlestar, yeah, starting to get a bit ridiculous now. We're getting spears from the minions and can't get one from the boss. That's just a quick hunter level, level 92, pretty much all from birdhouses. And to finish with this hard clue, 20k. And that completes another episode of the Noob Buys TBOW, though the one drop we did get in this episode was not using the TBOW. Yes, that was a pair of Bandos Tassets on kill count 15 from General Grado, so a great start to that boss for me. Pretty much no kill count coming into this episode, as I said before at the start. No real motivation to do any Bandos, but a couple of my friends in the clan asked me if I wanted to join them on a trip, and I didn't realise just how good a blowpipe with rune darts would be there. It's pretty similar DPS, I think, to like a Scythe and a Fire Cape. Something like 2% less, I think I read somewhere. So yeah, very easy to do in a team. Bandos, you just need one person with full just a shard, tanking, or probably worst gear to be fair, you probably don't need amazing gear. And then just one DPS with a blowpipe, or even more DPSs. That will probably get you even more kills per hour. But yeah, very pleased to get a big drop on the 15k. So he always motivates you at God Wars to keep going as well. And the worst thing is sort of doing 200 to 300 kills and not seeing any drops at all. You just don't have much motivation. Well, it's like me at Cerberus, like 1 crystal in 400, 500 kill count. No real motivation to go back, but we can do Cerberus with a twisted bow, so I'm sure I will attempt that in some future episodes when I get a Hellhound task, of course, from Duradel. So we also got a minion spear in this episode. That is a 1 in 5,000 drop rate. We did see a Sarah sword from a minion as well. My friend in my clan, he got that. But yeah, it's probably one of the best 1 in 5,000 you can get, other than obviously a pet. Though, of course, we've got to remember the pets kind of rolled completely differently. So, I mean, I don't like making kind of RNG comparisons. Like when you get something on rare drop table and then saying, like, oh, that could have been a Dragon Ball Shamans is the big example. You think, oh, that could have been a Dragon Warhammer when you get a Dragon Spear. But, like, they're rolled completely separately. So, like, as soon as you roll rare drop table, you can't get anything else. Yeah, I don't know how you guys see it. I mean, that's how I kind of see RNG, to be honest. You know, if you got something, it doesn't mean you had the same chance of getting something else, almost. I don't know. It's a bit confusing at the end of the day. It's all kind of probability, but it's RuneScape for you. It's unpredictable. You could get 2 pets in one day, or it could be like me and get a pet right at the start of lockdown, and then not get one for another 4 months, and then still waiting for another pet like 4 or 5 months later, but I'm sure it'll come. Thank you very much for watching the video, guys. Hope you're all doing very well, and I will catch you in the next episode in 1 week's time.